Okay, this demonstration is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. So this is for entertainment purposes only. You should not try this at home or anywhere else. I am not a trained professional. I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's my disclaimer. And I'm just going to share some personal observations and personal insight that should not be used anywhere. So let's talk nunchuck striking. No twirls. If you had to use nunchucks to defend yourself. You know, today, you don't always want to shoot somebody because in today's society, you're probably the one going to jail, right? Even if they're the ones that are attacking you, if you defend yourself and you shoot somebody, you're probably today the one that's going to jail, not them. And so I would rather try to defend myself with a different weapon and put them out of commission, injure them, but not to the degree that a gun would, not to kill somebody. Because, like I said, in all likelihood, you're probably the one going to jail, even if they broke into your house, even if they're trying to do you harm. And so it's not a bad idea to know how to defend yourself in other ways. So let's look at some of the nunchuck strikes. Of course, one of the most popular we see in the Bruce Lee movies, and everybody uses, is the under the arm strike. It's a nice, quick strike, almost like a jab in fighting, right? We have just a plain strike. You want to come over somebody's head. In most instances, people defend themselves. When they see you with nunchucks, you're going to be defending themselves like this. And so you could try to hit the elbow or hit the forearm or hit the hands. But when somebody has a lot of adrenaline, they're just going to keep coming. So you want to hit them in somewhere that will stop them and hopefully just allow you to leave the situation. And so if somebody is defending themselves like this, one good thing is just to hit in between their hands and just on the skull. Another thing you could do is if they come in and they're coming at you is right in here, right in the groin. Something else you could do is take out their knee, and that will stop them from coming at you. So if you want to use nunchucks as a defense tool, you don't want to be doing flashy things. You don't want to be doing spins. You never want to lose the grip of your weapon. So you want to do simple, basic strikes, like coming over somebody's head. Those kinds of things. You always want to be prepared to defend yourself. Back up. And, maybe a combination here or there. Basic, simple self-defense with the nunchucks. Now, sometimes you can think about striking with nunchucks similar to throwing punches in a fight. And the motion is kind of similar. For instance, I'm about to show you a strike that comes around like this. And it's almost like you're throwing a punch, right? So, same thing with punch. If you want to get power, you got to pop that hip and make it more of a full body punch, not just throw the arm. So same thing with the nunchucks. And this is a very powerful, very quick strike. So again, you're gonna see I can come around kind of like this motion here. So it's very quick. A very quick and powerful strike. Something that the nunchucks offer that a lot of other weapons don't is the ability to kind of strike from an area, an angle, or from somewhere that is unexpected, right? Like if I come with a baseball bat, you know where the strike is coming from. With nunchucks, it could be quite different. For instance, I can fake and come from a different angle. So if somebody's coming up on you and they're here and they're nervous, they don't want to get hit, so you can fake and hit them like that. Fake. Also, they don't know if the strike is coming from this way or this way. They don't know. If you're holding the nunchucks here, is it coming from here? Is it coming from here? Which way? So you can disguise your strikes a little bit. Kind of like, faking a punch and coming over. And you can hold the nunchucks like this, and you can fight, you can defend yourself, you can block punches, you can punch and then strike real quick. You can also, do things like eye gouging or a hit to the groin. You can do combinations like that. So if you're in a real life situation, somebody breaks into your house, wants to do you harm, you might be better off defending yourself this way, injuring them, making them not able to keep coming at you, and get out of the situation, and call 911 or something. Because if you shoot them, you're probably the one going to jail these days. You can fight close range with nunchucks. So if you were to swing a baseball bat, for instance, and someone could charge you, they can charge you with nunchucks too. And all fights, really, unless you get knocked out, go to the ground. So with any weapon, someone is going to try to dodge the weapon or charge you before you can use the weapon. And they're going to try to take you to the ground, especially if that's their forte, right? And so you want to stay back unless you want to go down with them. If you're a grappler, you can grapple with these if you absolutely have to. Obviously, you don't want to have to grapple with something in your hand, but this is way better than if you had a baseball bat in your hand or something like that. And you can use these close range. As I said, you can punch with them. And it's all right. You could punch somebody with these, and you can punch and counter, right? If somebody's tackling you, you can still grapple with these. And you could use them, on the back of somebody's head, or even swing around like this. And try to knock them out, or, take them out of commission with a nice headshot, temple shot, something like that. So these can be used short range, and if they don't have a weapon, you do. You can block punches, you can punch, and then you can deploy at the right time. Now, if you're going up against somebody who is skilled, some MMA monster, you're only going to get one chance to swing these things, right? You're getting tackled and you're going to the ground. That's how weapons work if you don't use them efficiently, effectively with that first swing, right? The idea with any weapon should be to delay an opponent, to put them out of commission, and get the heck out of there. So your one shot has to really count. Now, if you watch boxing matches, MMA matches, almost all the time, street fights, almost all the time people get knocked out. They're hit on the chin this way or this way. At least almost all the time I've seen somebody get knocked out. That's usually, you know, a good spot to hit. And like I said, when somebody is faced with somebody swinging nunchucks and stuff, they're going to stay away, but when they come in, they're going to be all covered up, right? They're going to be trying to protect their head and so forth. And it's not always the most effective place to hit on top of the head. And this is why the headbutt is effective. This is the hardest part of the head, and so you use it for a headbutt. And if you get hit with these, I mean, you can crack it open and you can stop somebody. There's no doubt about it, but there are better places to hit. And so, like I said, under the chin here, but they're going to be coming at you and they're going to be covered up. So it's a little harder to hit. But one good place to possibly hit somebody and stop a fight quickly is under the chin. And so if they're coming in like this, it does give you an opportunity just to go right under the chin and hit them up this way. Now, if somebody's tackling you, you can use these in several different ways as well. So if somebody is bull rushing you with the head coming at you, you could still hit up like under the chin, and you could still hit down on the skull. You can also kind of beat them with the nunchucks. You can use these, heck, you can use them as a stick. You can hit somebody this way, like that, or you can even hit this way. And, you know, these are all effective things to injure somebody, possibly stop them. And we have seen, if you watch videos with street thugs and so forth, when somebody stands up to them, you know, people robbing convenience stores or whatever, they're always getting their asses kicked. Because when somebody actually stands up and just defends himself a little bit, these guys, most of them can't fight. And you see it all the time. So, you know, like I said, if you're fighting some MMA monster and you don't hit him good the first time and you can't fight otherwise, he's probably ain't going to help you. But they give you a heck of a lot of a better chance than without them, right? Now, to be effective with striking with these when the time comes, it's like anything else, is a lot of training so that if the time ever came, you don't have to think. You just react. You know these things. And there are different ways to hold the nunchucks, different ways to strike with the nunchucks. I know the conventional wisdom is to hold them way down at the bottom because you could stay farther away. But chances are you're only going to get one shot. And it doesn't really matter if it's far away or a little closer. And since you may only get one shot, to me, accuracy is more important than a little bit of length. And for me, I get more accuracy holding them closer to the top. So you could be, you know, very accurate up there. Back here, a little slower, and you're going to be a little less accurate. But, you know, it's a matter of preference. So you want to practice with different grips from different angles. You can strike with nunchucks from all kinds of different angles. You know, you have the basics. You can strike from here. You can strike from here. Come up this way. Then, you know, the other hand grip. You can strike from this angle. You can strike like this. You can strike in this position. And then some people will say, well, it's all well and fine until, you know, somebody comes in on you. You're always practicing from a set distance. Well, if someone comes in on you and you know how to use nunchucks, it's really easy to adapt. It really is. So if I'm hitting back here, I can easily hit here too. And sometimes maybe you just back off. Sometimes maybe you come in, depending on the movement. It would be the same thing if you were throwing punches. If you're throwing punches and the guy is backing off, you come in. If he's coming at you, you know, it's really no different. And once you're proficient with the nunchucks, shouldn't be a problem. Now, because the nunchucks are held together with a chain or a string, there's certain strikes that you can deploy where they come right back to you. The other side comes right back to you, right? Just like the snap. And you can also, you know, just snap and take it away. And you may be in that position in real life situation. But you can also unexpectedly throw these, do a missile. And one thing about the nunchucks is you don't have to be in specific positions all the time like you see. You don't have to be set up here or set up here or whatever. I mean, you can just hold the nunchucks like this and still strike somebody, right? Still be in total control. You don't need specific positions. Somebody sneaking up from you from behind. You can act quickly. Quick strike, strike, get out of there. Quick strike, get out of there. Always be ready to strike again. Be ready to back up. Never want to strike. Leave yourself open. It's one of the knocks on, you know, a big stick or something. If you don't know how to use it and you're making the big wild swings, you leave yourself wide open to a counter strike. And so, you know, when you strike, you want to be ready to strike again, or you want to be ready to defend yourself. That's what I have for you. Thanks for watching.